Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Growth don't just happen. It ain't something you wake up one morning and find sitting on your front porch. Growth requires two things most people overlook: focus and silence. Distractions are everywhere. They come in different forms: social media, television, unnecessary conversations, negative people, and even our own thoughts. The biggest challenge most people face isn't a lack of talent, ambition, or opportunity. It's their inability to focus on what truly matters. When your attention is constantly pulled in different directions, you waste energy on things that don't contribute to your growth. Think about how much time gets lost scrolling through your phone, responding to messages that don't matter, or getting caught up in gossip and drama that have nothing to do with your purpose. Every second spent on distractions is a second taken away from your goals. Successful people don't just have more time, they use their time differently. They prioritize what moves them forward and eliminate what doesn't. One of the most dangerous distractions is the need for constant entertainment. We live in a world where people can't sit still without grabbing their phones or turning on the TV. That constant stimulation makes it hard to focus on meaningful work. When you eliminate distractions, you create space for ideas, strategy, and execution. Your mind becomes clearer, your actions more intentional, and your results more significant. Another major distraction is the opinions of others. Too many people waste energy worrying about what someone else thinks about their dreams. You can't afford to let outside voices dictate your path. People will always have something to say, but their words don't pay your bills, build your business, or achieve your dreams. The moment you stop seeking approval from others, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to concentrate. If you surround yourself with negativity, noise, and distractions, it becomes nearly impossible to stay focused. Take control of your space. Set boundaries with people who drain your energy. Limit your time on activities that don't add value. Create routines that reinforce discipline and productivity. Distractions are not just external, they also come from within. Fear, doubt, and procrastination are some of the biggest obstacles to success. When your mind is cluttered with self-doubt, it's easy to hesitate and make excuses. Learning to quiet those internal distractions is just as important as eliminating the external ones. The more you train your mind to stay focused on solutions instead of problems, the more progress you'll make. Silence is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth, yet most people never tap into it. In today's world, everything moves fast and everyone wants to be heard. There's noise everywhere, on the streets, on your phone, on the news, and even in your own mind. With all this constant chatter, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. But when you learn to embrace silence, you gain something most people never get: clarity. Clarity is what allows you to see the bigger picture. It helps you separate what's important from what's just a distraction. When you remove the noise, you start hearing your own thoughts, your own ideas, and your own intuition. Some of the most successful people in the world don't spend their time arguing, complaining, or explaining themselves. They spend their time listening to their instincts, to the lessons life is teaching them, and to the direction they need to go. Most people are uncomfortable with silence because they don't know how to sit still with their own thoughts. They avoid it by constantly seeking stimulation, filling every moment with music, television, or social media. But when you always have noise around you, you never give yourself the chance to think deeply. You never reflect on your goals, your mistakes, or your next move. Growth happens in those quiet moments when you stop reacting to the world and start listening to yourself. Some of the biggest breakthroughs in life come when you step away from the noise. When you take time to be alone with your thoughts, you start to notice patterns. You realize what's been holding you back. You start to see solutions to problems that once seemed impossible. Your brain works better when it's not overloaded with unnecessary input. That's why some of the greatest ideas and decisions come in moments of stillness. Silence also helps you control your emotions. When people are constantly talking, they react instead of thinking. They say things they regret make bad decisions, and let their emotions control them. But when you learn to be quiet, you gain power over your reactions. You become more thoughtful, more strategic, and more intentional with your words and actions. People who know how to use silence effectively don't get caught up in drama because they understand that not everything requires a response. Too many people hold themselves back because they're waiting for validation from others. They want approval before they take action, and if they don't get it, they start doubting themselves. But the truth is, if you rely on other people's opinions to fuel your confidence, you'll never get where you're supposed to be. People will always have something to say, whether you're winning or losing, whether you're trying something new or sticking to the same old routine. The sooner you stop seeking validation, the sooner you'll find real freedom. Most of the time, the people whose opinions you care about the most are not even doing what you want to do. They're not building the life you want, chasing the dreams you have, or putting in the work you need to put in. So why give their words so much power? The people who doubt you, criticize you, or try to talk you out of your vision are often speaking from their own fears and limitations. They can only see what's possible based on their own experiences, and that has nothing to do with your potential. When you constantly seek validation, you give away control. You start making decisions based on what will make other people happy instead of what will bring you success. You hesitate, you second guess yourself, and you waste valuable time worrying about opinions that won't matter in the long run. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for approval to go after their goals. They believed in themselves even when nobody else did. The key is to develop confidence from within. That comes from knowing your purpose, trusting your instincts, and putting in the work every day. Confidence isn't about having everyone agree with you. It's about standing firm even when they don't. When you